Hello students, in the previous video we have started a new topic called endomembrane system, and we said that endomembrane system is a system of organelles whose functions are interconnected, and all these organelles are membranous in nature. All these organelles are membranous in nature and their functions are interconnected. And we said that four organelles are part of endomembrane system. Four organelles are part of endomembrane system. They are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosome and vacuole. Okay, and endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosome and vacuole are part of endomembrane system. And in the previous video we have also learned about endoplasmic reticulum, and we said that endoplasmic reticulum is network of tubules, cisternae and vesicle, and this network is scattered all through the cytoplasm and it gives mechanical strength to cytoplasm. It provides surface for the enzymatic activity. And two types of endoplasmic reticulums are there, rough and smooth. Rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosome on its surface, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is devoid of ribosome. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is concerned with protein synthesis, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is concerned with lipid and steroid hormone synthesis. Okay, and we said that endoplasmic reticulum divides the whole cytoplasm into two compartments, extraluminal compartment and intraluminal compartment. Okay, and this type of compartmentalization is not found in prokaryotic cell. Because endoplasmic reticulum is found only in the eukaryotic cell, the compartmentalization is only found in the eukaryotic cell. Okay, that we have already discussed in the previous video. Today we are going to start with the Golgi body first. Golgi body. We will begin with the Golgi body or Golgi complex. We are learning Golgi complex, which is a part of endomembrane system. Golgi complex is a part of endomembrane system. So we will draw a eukaryotic cell. In that we have drawn a well-developed nucleus which is having nuclear membrane. Okay, this is a well-developed nucleus which is having nuclear membrane, and we will draw endoplasmic reticulum. We will draw two types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth. So we are drawing endoplasmic reticulum. These are the endoplasmic reticulum. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum, which looks rough in nature because of the presence of ribosome on the surface. Because of the presence of ribosome on the surface, it appears rough in nature. And this is all about endoplasmic reticulum. Now let's draw Golgi complex. This is Golgi complex. This is Golgi complex. This Golgi complex is situated near to the endoplasmic reticulum or to the nucleus. Generally, Golgi complex is present near the endoplasmic reticulum or near the nucleus. Okay, it is situated either near to the endoplasmic reticulum or near to the nucleus. So this is its location. This Golgi complex has two surfaces. Golgi complex will have two surfaces, or we can say two faces. It has two faces. One face is facing the nuclear membrane. And another face is facing the cell membrane. Golgi complex has two faces. One face is facing the nuclear membrane and another face is facing the cell membrane. The face that is facing the nuclear membrane is known as cis phase. It is also known as forming phase, and it is also known as convex phase. So three names are there. Okay, the phase which is facing the nuclear membrane is known as cis phase or forming phase or convex phase. Okay, and it faces nuclear membrane. It faces nuclear membrane. It is facing nuclear membrane. Okay, and the phase which is facing the cell membrane, or it is towards the cell membrane, is known as transphase. Transphase or maturation phase. It is known as maturation phase, maturation phase, and it is also known as concave phase, and it faces cell membrane. It faces cell membrane. Okay. So Golgi body has two types of phases. Golgi body has two types of phases. One phase faces the nuclear membrane, and second phase faces the cell membrane. The phase that is towards nuclear membrane is known as cis phase or forming phase or convex phase. And the phase which is present towards cell membrane, it is lying towards the cell membrane, is known as trans phase or maturation phase or convex phase. Okay. So let's talk about both these phases in detail. See, this phase is forming because here the Golgi body is continuously being formed. That's why it is known as forming phase. Cis phase is also known as forming phase. Why? Because Golgi body at this phase is continuously being formed. Golgi body at this phase is continuously being formed. That's why it is known as forming phase. And this phase is known as maturation phase because at this phase Golgi body becomes continuously mature. Towards the trans phase, Golgi body is continuously becoming mature. That's why it is known as maturation phase. Okay, trans phase is known as maturation phase because at this phase the Golgi body is continuously becoming mature. But at the cis phase, the Golgi body is continuously being formed. Now, why the cis phase is forming phase? See, Golgi body arises from endoplasmic reticulum. Golgi body arises from where? It arises from the endoplasmic reticulum. So this phase is known as forming phase. This phase is known as forming phase because here the endoplasmic reticulum gets broken, and it will form Golgi body. When the endoplasmic reticulum gets broken, it will form Golgi body. So Golgi body is being continuously formed at which phase? It is continuously being formed at the cis phase. Endoplasmic reticulum is continuously being formed at cis phase, and that's why the cis phase is known as forming phase. And then this endoplasmic reticulum will come here, this will come here, and here it will become mature. So at the trans phase, the Golgi body continuously becomes mature, so it is known as maturation phase. Okay, so we have discussed two phases, cis phase and trans phase. This is all about phases. Now let's talk about function of the Golgi body. See, any molecule which is produced either in the RER, or in the SER, any molecule which is produced either in the RER or in the SER will come out. It will come out in this manner, and then it will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase. Any molecule which is produced either in the SER or in the RER will come out from it, and then it will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase. Any molecule that is produced in RER or SER will come out from them, and then it will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase. Okay. Now, when these molecules enter into the Golgi body, these molecules will undergo modification. These molecules will undergo modification inside the Golgi body. Say for example, protein is produced in RER. Protein is produced in RER. Now this protein will come out from RER and it will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase. Protein is produced in RER, then it will come out from RER, it will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase, and when it enters into the Golgi body, when the protein enters into the Golgi body, the protein will undergo modification. How? See, when the protein, this is endoplasmic reticulum and this is Golgi body. Okay, so protein is coming out from the endoplasmic reticulum. This is RER. Protein has come out from RER. Now it has entered into the Golgi body, and now this protein will undergo modification. It will undergo modification. How it will undergo modification? Say for example, protein is attached with carbohydrates. Protein is attached to the carbohydrates. In this manner, protein is getting modified. Because it initially only protein was there. Now this protein is getting attached to the carbohydrate. So now this is known as glycoprotein. glycoprotein. This is known as glycoprotein. This is not protein only. This is glycoprotein. Okay. In this manner, that protein has undergone modification, and this process of modification of protein is known as glycosidation. It is known as glycosidation. Glycosidation. What is glycosidation? See, any molecule that is produced in RER or SCR will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase. And when it enters into the Golgi body through cis phase, it undergoes some modification. If protein is there, then protein will get attached with carbohydrate. And then that protein will be known as glycoprotein. And this process is known as glycosidation. This process is known as glycosidation. So for example, lipid is produced in SCR. Lipid is produced in SCR. Now this lipid will come out from the SCR. It will enter into the Golgi body. It will enter into the Golgi body through cis phase. And when it enters into the Golgi body through cis phase, that lipid will undergo modification. Lipid will undergo modification. Now this lipid will be joined by carbohydrate. Lipid is added to the carbohydrate. In this manner, now this lipid will be called as glycolipid. This lipid will be known as glycolipid. Now this lipid will be called as glycolipid. And the process of formation of glycolipid from lipid, is known as glycosidation. It is also known as glycosidation. So in this manner, any molecule which is produced from RER and SCR enters into the Golgi body, and they undergo modification. And that process of modification is known as glycosidation. If protein enters and then it gets converted into glycoprotein, lipid enters and then it gets converted into glycolipid, and this process is known as glycosidation. Okay. Now this protein is present in form of glycoprotein and lipid is present in form of glycolipid. If this glycolipid and glycoproteins are to be sent out of the cell, they are meant for sending out of the cell, then they will come out from transphase. They will come out from transphase in form of vesicle. They will come out from transphase in form of vesicles. Okay. Now this glycoprotein and glycolipids are ready to be sent out of the cell. Okay. Glycoprotein and glycolipids are ready to be sent out of the cell, and when they are sent out of the cell, they are packed into the vesicles. They are packed in vesicles, and then they are sent out of the cell. Okay. Then they are sent out of the cell. So whenever the glycoprotein and glycolipids are ready in Golgi body to be sent out of the cell, they will be packed in vesicles. And then these vesicles will come out. These vesicles will come out through the transphase. And then they are ready to be sent out of the cells. And that process is known as packaging. So Golgi body is also a site of packaging. Golgi body is also a site of packaging of molecule. Golgi body is also a site of modifications of molecule. Okay. Golgi body is site of modifications of molecule, and Golgi body is also a site of packaging of molecule. Any molecule is entering into the Golgi body is getting modified. Protein is entering, it is getting modified into glycoprotein. Lipid is entering, it is getting modified into glycolipid. And then it is getting packed in form of vesicle, and that vesicle is coming out from the cell membrane. So in this manner, any molecule entering into the Golgi body will get modified, and then it is ready to be sent out of the cell. Then it is packed inside the vesicles. Okay. So this is all about Golgi body. We have finished the topic of the Golgi body. Okay. So I am not repeating everything again. I have explained in much more detail. Please watch the video 2-3 times. That is the benefit you have, because during the regular class you cannot tell teacher to repeat the same thing again and again. But in the video form, you can repeat, pause and repeat as many times as you want. Okay. So please watch the video 2-3 times, and then if you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay. And submit your homework 2 times. You have to write everything 2 times. In the next video, we will cover lysosome and vacuole. Okay. We are still remaining with the 2 parts of the endomembrane system. They are lysosome and vacuole. We will cover them in the next video. Today we have covered Golgi body. Okay. Best of luck.